Greetings and welcome, riders, to another episode of Let's Play Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition. Let's talk some more. You had some more options. Can you tell me about the Cauldron secrets?
To share, or was it long since knocked loose in battle?
Wisdom ain't like teeth. I've plenty left. Enough to stay clear of the Cauldron. The ancients filled it with right nasty traps. But one so clever as yourself will surely elude them.
Now, the option to fight him, we'll take that later. Right now, I don't really want to face him. Did I have any more equipment? Just some more weapons that I'm not intending to use, really. Right, let's go out and punch stuff. That's after all why we play this game. To fight stuff. Now, what Darksiders 2 does much better than Darksiders 1, in my opinion, is world building. Because while we did get glimpses of things that were and were not in existence around the world, like the angels and devils and their respective realms, but as well as Eden, for instance, where we had a brief glimpse of a world, which supposedly is also crafted by the makers. But we never really got to figure out what the riders were, since they were obviously not demons nor angels. Apparently, they were a mix of both. The Nephilim. Now, other lore aside, I have no idea what kind of impact that really should have on the story. Frankly, I'm not even entirely sure how angels and devils reproduce. If they do at all. Alright. I think we just picked something up. And let's see if there's anything up here. Other than just a way back. No. Alright, well, let's just... Well, actually, no, we do need to go this way. Otherwise, we can't get to where we need to go. Alright, so we need to get to the Cauldron. We are currently in Tristone. And the Cauldron is over there. That's a long way away, relatively speaking. The Maker's World, this place particularly, is quite big, very expansive. And while not necessarily filled with endless possibilities for exploration. Alright, that looks a little bit ominous. Hiya. I do find the Maker's World one of the more beautiful places you can explore. It is truly a well-crafted world. Nice sunshine. Nice sky dome overall. Considering this is a world in decay and slowly falling to its doom. Although you can't really see that from here. On the Book of the Dead page. Ooh, and we found some enemies to fight. Now these fellas are somewhat familiar looking. mean, they're just level 2 primalers, but as I am currently a little bit under-equipped, pretty much every low-level enemy can harm me to some degree. Alright, Book of the Dead page, that's a quest item. That's not really relevant at the moment. I just always usually pick it up as soon as I can because, well, it's here. But yeah, this world is quite big, which, considering the characters that inhabit it, makes sense, but it does mean it takes a very long time to travel anywhere. Alright. Not quite seamless loading, but then again, I don't have the SSD capacity for such things, so HDD it is. Alright, so here comes the first of the nice challenges. This is a very early place you can explore, although exploration is quite limited as I do not have the means to really explore at all. So it's more potential exploration. I can have a swim though, if I can get off this ledge. Come on. What's the button to drop again? There it is. Which of these buttons isn't crouch? Now. Let's see if there's anything hidden here. Bootsman coin, good. Let's collect all the valuables. Although admittedly there's not all that much in the water. The water is just a means to an end. Means to get back to where you started because you fell off. Right. Now, it's safe to say that I like Death's character a lot more than War's. I mean, War is very blunt. Death is a little bit more sarcastic and sly. And here we have a familiar face. If you've watched Darksiders 1.
Come closer. See what Vulgrim has to offer.
Now, Vulgrim confused me greatly when I saw him for the first time in Darksiders 2. Because I didn't realize again that it was a prequel.
Greetings, Horsemen, and welcome. I've been expecting you.
Vulgrim. What brings you crawling out of the shadows?
I wouldn't want to lose my most valuable customer. Not to what lurks at the edge of shadows. So here I am, to offer my wares.
What do you know that I don't? I'm not here by choice, demon.
I merely followed the trail of carnage. Your blades are as sharp as ever. Even still, I may be able to help you. I carry things others would frown upon. Go on, take a look. You won't be disappointed. I have new items if you have the coin.
Yeah. Might as well just sell all this stuff. I'll take the gilded box. Savage arm blades, alright.
Do make sure they scream, Horsemen.
Another time, demon.
Until then, Perhaps you'll grant me a small indulgence. There are pages missing from the Book of the Dead. I believe many lie along your path. If you bring them to me, your reward will be substantial.
And so will be my damnation.
Yes. So this is the Volcrum before he goes on the entire adventure with... Well, he doesn't go on the adventure with war, but before he has essentially talked with the Charred Council. Which I didn't realize, because I wondered, what is Volcrum's game here? Alright, so let's actually equip the Savage Arm Blades, I suppose. I mean, there are magical weapons. I mean, it's a nice fast weapon, but I kinda like the reach of the heavier weapons anyway. And considering that I am playing as a necromancer, let's see. Right, Baneswood. Let's have a little bit of explore around here. Now the enemies here are not particularly tough. It's level 2s. Get off there. Alright, so there's a chest up there somewhere. Let's go look it. Now, there's a lot of collectibles in this game. Like that, for instance, which I currently cannot get. A pity. I kinda wish I could just mark it on the map that it's here, because once I have to start tracking them down, it's gonna be nightmarish. So many collectibles. I mean, the Book of the Dead is one thing and all that. And I probably should do that a little bit further away, but... can't really deny the ghouls their fun. Right, was that a chest piece? No, it's better pants. We can also do a little bit of fighting on horseback. I mean, it doesn't feel anywhere near as satisfying as just fighting on plane, but you know, it's certainly something you can do. Especially if you're trying to stay out of reach. Alright, screw that. Let's just find all the secrets we can before we move on to the Cauldron, because I kinda want to get another level before I get there. And because exploration is well rewarded here. On the Book of the Dead page. Because we don't have to go this direction at all. This is just a location on the way to where we need to go. Yes, I do miss the somewhat straightforwardness of just going to a location and defeating the obstacles on the way, but you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. Alright, we can't go any further than this because I just don't have the equipment to move along. I think. In any case. Yeah, no, I don't have the equipment. I need some special gear for that. Which we'll get later. Always later. And I get that this is sort of just to encourage you to remember what everything is and go return to the map, return to places you've already been to. But it does feel like padding to a certain extent. Because by the time we're done with the main quest here in the Maker's World, we'll be quite done with whatever we're facing here. The Maker's World is quite big in comparison to what we'll face afterwards. Even the second world we'll go to is never quite as big or impressive as the Maker's World, but that's mostly because it's the land of the dead. And while that is an interesting place to explore, it's the land of the dead. It can't be very interesting since it's mostly desert. And while I do know that there's probably interesting terrain features in deserts, you're not gonna impress me with sand. Not even Dune could impress me with its sand. Alright, and I hear that whining noise. That means that there's some sort of... yeah, one of those things is there. That's basically the main metric we have to hunt those things down. Noise. Alright, for now I just want to slay everything because we are so close to the next level. And I kind of want to keep tabs on what level the enemies are, so that I won't get completely outflanked. Yeah, I do love the crits I'm getting on this on these arm blades. I still stand by my idea though that I like the bigger weapons better because frankly they just have more reach. I mean, the arm blade's stun locking ability sort of works against these smaller enemies, but I get bigger ones will just ignore it. And that makes dodging a little bit more tricky. Alright, let's get back on the spare. Still level 2 constructs. Alright. Let's explore some more stuff. These arm blades are fun, but once we get more than one enemy in the room, you tend to get flanked too easily. Let's see if we can get to the top of this place before we end the episode. Yay, gold. And that's just about it. Alright, thank you all for watching. See you all next time.